Hey guys, so I want to introduce you to one of my favorite Indiana artists that I learned about a while ago, and he has been around making art for a little bit here in Indianapolis. So his name's William Denton Ray, also known as Whimsical Funk. So if you're going on Instagram or you're trying to look him up, if you Google or search whimsical, which means like playful or fanciful, funk, you'll find his work. And he's an artist and designer straight here from Indy. So he's been drawing since he was a kid and is inspired by all kinds of things, but including skateboarding and music. And so a couple of my favorite pieces that I've purchased is this one. And you can see these were created in 2012, a bunch of the series that he did. Here's another one. And these are created on cardboard, which I love. So I haven't had these framed yet. I just got them and now everything's shutting down. So I need to have them framed soon so I can put on my wall. So I wanted to introduce you to this artist because he's here in Indianapolis and I think his style of art is really fun and playful. I love the colors. Here's one of his cards just so that you can see another one of his artwork. So if you end up getting on Instagram or go to his website, you can see more of his designs. His website is down here, www.wdrdesigns.com. So I wanted to challenge you, inspired by his art. So 2 routes we can go. First route, just taking his style and being inspired by it. Look how playful this is. And I read that he kind of sees these as like guardians of whoever finds them or, owns them in their home. So I wanted to challenge you to create your own little guardian artwork in your own house. So I have put up my own little art pad so I can draw with you. So we recently got back a couple of our cats that my mother-in-law was taking care of. So I'm gonna be inspired by an animal. So maybe you think about an animal or a type of character that you're inspired by, whether, I know my nephews love Sonic and Pokemon right now. Those would be great inspirations. So I'm gonna take the idea of a cat and I'm gonna use simple shapes to kind of draw out my cats. So nothing complicated. I'm using a marker, guys. So anything you have at home, you have a Sharpie, you have some colored pens, how can you be creative? And I'm just thinking about like how these shapes are actually formed and then breaking them down. And I'm not thinking too hard. I'm just trying to like be playful with the shapes and how they're broken down. So I have 2 cats. One's name is Pablo Picasso, inspired by Pablo Picasso. So we should certainly talk about Pablo Picasso at some point. And then we have Valentino, which we got him on Valentine's Day. So we were trying to think of something inspired, by that. So I don't know about you, but for me, I'm always, thinking about how I can break something down, but also for me, I'm always thinking about when is enough to stop. So kind of liking how this is turning out. It kind of looks like a grumpy kitty. And maybe I want to have some other things, give a little more detail about what I drew. So maybe I can add like a ball of yarn. Maybe a mouse can go down here. Have some fun. Okay, so I chose black to outline with. Can you see why? So if I'm gonna be inspired by an artist, I might look for certain colors that the artist uses a lot. And William Denton Ray, he illustrates some of his artwork. So black is a common thing to illustrate with. So William Denton Ray doesn't use just boring colors, right? So the next step would be to add color. So how can you take William Denton Ray's style and make your own artwork? Can you make something fun and whimsical and playful for your own art? So if you make something, I want to see it. Make sure you share.